What is going on, guys? Taylor Super with SharpSportsNetwork.com bringing you some of my favorite plays for today's Thursday 4-game NBA slate. Been a good couple days for us the last few. Apologies for the lack of streams the last couple of days. Been having some technical difficulties over there. Our Twitch channel got suspended for whatever reason, but then when we contacted them, they said it was a problem that was going on with a lot of people. We got that resolved. So the channel is back. So today at 5 p.m. Central Time, I will be streaming, breaking down some of my favorite plays of the day more extensively than just this video. I highly suggest going over there. I answer as many questions as I possibly can. I promise you, you're not going to find a free live stream out there doing that. Answering that many questions. And if you want to enter for a free season pass with SharpSportsNetwork.com, all you have to do is subscribe, like this video, and then comment below with your favorite play of the day. So anyways, let's just get right into it. I'm going to have a bit more structure in these videos just because I think that I kind of go on tangents on random plays and there's no structure at all. So at least I'm going to start with the injury report. There's only 4 games today, so not very many injuries. We're seeing that Jaylen Brown is probably going to come back. He's been out the last couple of games with an illness, and as Cantor got a full practice in before last game, didn't end up playing, but it looks like he's going to be playing today. He's still questionable, so we're going to have to look out for that because if he misses, it's going to open up Daniel Theis again. I don't know why Daniel Theis was so low owned last game, just because we knew that they were going to need his size against Cleveland. And he did pretty well in that spot. We were all over him. I believe he scored like 25, 26 points. He was good for his money. That's it for Celtics. Robert Williams is probably going to play as well, but he's not much of a threat to Daniel Theis's minutes. Charlotte, really nothing. I guess PJ Washington probable, but he should play. Andre Robertson's out again. It's been like 2 years since that guy's played a game. Derek White is questionable, but he should play as well. And then I just got, before this, I got an alert that Justice Winslow has a headache and he's questionable. Dion Waiters is questionable as well. We have yet to see him play yet. So that could open up a few things, but they're so deep over there in Miami that it's not going to open up that much. But it is going to be a big boom to the players that I'm going to talk about today, because I think some of the best plays of the day are on that Miami team. One of the better game environments today is this Miami and Phoenix game. Now, both these teams have been good defensively so far this year, but both are top 10 in pace. The spread of this game is currently only 1, so it's projected to be close. It's currently only 1, 218.5 over under, which is second highest on the slate outside of this Portland and LA Clippers game with Kawhi Leonard back. So I want to go back to this Miami team. I don't understand this price on Jimmy Butler. He's only 7.2K. He's going to be playing mid-30s minutes in games that are competitive. We've seen in the one game that was somewhat competitive, he played 35 minutes. He lost minutes to Atlanta this first game. Would have played 34, 35 minutes if it weren't for the blowout. So he played 31 there, 27 in a blowout, 29 in a blowout. We go over here to cleaning the glass. He has a 27.8% usage rating, which leads the team. A 32.9 assist percentage, which also leads the team. He averages 1.37 fantasy points per minute, and a pace up, or it's not a pace up game. It's a fast game overall because both these teams are relatively fast. Don't know how you get away from him on Draftkings, at least at 7.2K. Now on Fanduel, it is a bit different because he's priced up to 9.3K. I still think that he's a fine play. He's my third highest projected player today, behind Damian Lillard and Kawhi Leonard, but he's priced appropriately in that sense. And you might want to go down to a guy like Lou Williams today, maybe. I know Kawhi Leonard's back, but he should be playing those 31 to 32 minutes today in a high-scoring game against Portland. But I still do like Jimmy Butler a good bit on FanDuel. And then I think he's a must-play over here on Fantasy Draft, who is, by the way, the sponsor of this video. We are partnered with them, so check them out. Use code SharpSports when depositing, and you'll receive a rake-free experience. Been playing over here every day. It's been great, and it's been fruitful. But yeah, Jimmy Butler is only 13.8K. I don't know how you get away from him over here on Fantasy Draft as well. So Jimmy Butler, Fantasy Draft, and Draftkings I think are close to must plays. On FanDuel, he's a great play. Don't think he's must play though. And on the same team is Bam Adebayo. We know he doesn't need that high of a usage rate. He has a 19.9 usage percentage so far this year, a 23.4 assist percentage, which is pretty high. Like we don't see numbers like that unless we're looking from centers, unless we're looking at guys like Nikola Jokic or Karl Anthony Towns this year in a more expanded role. So Bam Adebayo is one of my favorite plays. He leads the team in minutes per game outside of Justice Winslow. But he's lost minutes the last couple due to blowouts, just like Jimmy Butler's played 26 and 25 minutes. It would have played a lot more if it weren't for these blowouts and the way that the rotations were going that game. Because we saw earlier in the year, even with Jimmy Butler back this first game, he still played 33 minutes, 44.5 fantasy points. And the return of Dion Waiters and Jimmy Butler doesn't really affect his minutes at all because he's playing all of his minutes at the 5. The only thing that would really affect his would be like James Johnson, I guess. It's just, nothing's really bothering his minutes. He's going to play his 32 plus minutes every single game, and he's only 7K. He's averaging 1.18 fantasy points per minute. Don't know how you get away from him over here either. It sucks that he's only center eligible now on DraftKings, but I think that there's not very much. There's a couple good center plays today because I think Whiteside is a good play at his price. I think Aaron Baines, there's still room for improvement in that 5.8K price tag. I think that he could be a bit more, and I'd still be interested. Or you can go down to a guy like Steven Adams at 5.4K. But with Bam Adebayo, the good thing on Fanduel is that he's power forward eligible. Power forward's pretty thin today on Fanduel, so I think at 8.4K he's pretty close to a must play. He's not center eligible, which is weird. I mean, Fanduel with their position eligibility thing has been all over the place. Pascal Siakam is still a small forward over here. Doesn't make any sense. Bam Adebayo over here on fantasy draft, it's only 13.1K. So when I'm making my fantasy draft lineups, I'm starting with Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo and then filling out the rest. Now, if you want my full cheat sheet for completely free every single day for fantasy draft, just show us that you use code Sharp Sports when signing up and depositing, and we'll get you access over there on sharpsportsnetwork.com. And then the last play I wanted to talk about, I think he's going to go a bit overlooked. We played him earlier on in the season, and we were on the wrong side of variance with it because the games after he did start doing really, really well, even though that he was doing the same exact thing. His shots just weren't falling, and the assist opportunities that he was getting the first couple of games, the recipient of his passes started hitting their shots in the next couple of games. But that's Dennis Schroder at 5.3K. They brought down his price. So we were playing him at the beginning of the year when he was low 4Ks. Then he skyrocketed all the way to 6.1K. Disappointed in this game, but that doesn't scare me off at all. Actually, I'm happy that happened because we didn't play him that game, and I think it's going to put more people off of him. Even on a 4-game slate, he's going to go way overlooked at 5.3K. It's a seemingly bad matchup against San Antonio. They've been not as good as they have been in years past. I know they have DeJounte Murray back, but he's still on a minutes limit, and so that means he's really only going to be having time against the ones and stuff like that. So Dennis Schroder should avoid him for the most part. When he's on the court, he should be out there playing against a guy like Derek White, who's not very good at defense, not even close to the level that DeJounte Murray is. So at 5.3K, I like Dennis Schroder quite a bit today. He's tied for second on the team in usage percentage at 25.2%. Second on the team with a 21.7 assist percentage, averaging just under a fantasy point, 0.97 fantasy points per minute. And he's playing about 30 minutes a game that are competitive. We've seen that he's lost minutes to blowouts before, whether it be OKC blowing their opponent out or the other way around. But at 5.3K, I think that he's really, really interesting. And at 5.8K on DraftKings or Fanduel, I like him just as much. And then on Fantasy Draft, he's only 10.4K. Like, that's very, very low priced on Fantasy Draft. I just don't know how you get away from it. So I'm going to be playing these three guys today, more than likely in the majority of my lineups. If you guys want to join the team, it's at sharpsportsnetwork.com. Yeah, you get our cheat sheets, player grades, player pool, a private Discord, private live stream before lock. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff. A private roster construction video where I go I go about how you should build your rosters on every single site. I think just a general route I think you should be going that day. And yeah, man, I think it's going to be another good day. Like I said, the last 2 days have been great for us, very profitable. So best of luck today. Gonna be in Twitch at 5 p.m. Central Time, twitch.tv/Sharp Sports Network. Link is going to be in the description. And until next time, peace.